Extremely funny. Please welcome to the stage, Catie Donnelly, everyone.
Hey guys. I think Ian got a little confused because he said Garrett was the eye candy, but I'm here now, so it's fine. It's okay. I am required by the Stand-Up Comedy Union bylaws to inform you that I am single. It's fine. I'm really okay with it. I'm kind of enjoying it. There's only two things that I really need a man for. One, getting things off really tall shelves. And two, just, getting off. So while I don't really need a man, I am on the prowl. My problem is that I have these big ideas about things that men and I can do together, but the only I'm sorry, my mom has a really distinctive laugh. Hi, Mom. Show's going great. Okay. I have big ideas about the things that men and I can do together, but the only way I know how to get their attention is to make them really uncomfortable. So I go up to a guy, get my lips all pouty, be like, hey baby, you ever want to have sex with a bouncy castle? You have to take your shoes off before you get on, and my motor's real loud, but I'm always up for a birthday party. Turns out the fantasy is to have sex in a bouncy castle. Sometimes I go a little more traditional route, and I go for the old-fashioned pickup lines. For instance, hey, your feet must be tired because you've been running through my mind all night. And it looks like you're kind of limping. Do you need help? Or when it gets later in the night and the pickings are a little slimmer, hey, you must be from Tennessee because Jack Daniels is the only reason I'm talking to you right now. Sometimes, occasionally, it is better to just go, forgo words altogether. Just use body language. Be like, be honest, that one doesn't have a very high return on investment. But when it comes down to the wire, the best thing to do is just get straight to the point. I like your butt. Whoa, guys, who went to the varsity before this? Not good. I went to the varsity before this. I did. Sorry. So it's not always me that's awkward. Sometimes it's the guys that's awkward. Blame goes to both sides. You hear a lot of times about girls getting hit on in bars, but I always get hit on in really weird places. And I don't know how they think that's gonna turn out because, 50 years down the line when you're talking to your grandchildren and you're telling them the story of how you met, it's not great to be like, oh, we met on Valentine's Day in the lingerie department at Target. It's a true story. But by far, the weirdest place I've ever been hit on is the drive-thru at Taco Bell. This particular day, come lunchtime, I go down the street to get some quesadillas. I get up to the window, I hand the guy my card, and he hands me a tub of soda. And of course, the second I get it into the car, the lid pops off. And cue frothy white girl rage, right? So I've got soda everywhere, I'm dripping, and does the guy give me a second to get my shit together? Of course not, no. So now he's practically throwing shitty Mexican food in my window. Tosses me the bag of food, my card, my receipt, and then finally hands me one extra napkin. So I start mopping up the mess, and he's like, oh, be careful with that one. It's got my number on it. I look at him like, and I didn't know you could be immune to pointed looks, but he pressed on. He was like, you should give me a call sometime. Now, on one hand, this is a guy that can't put a lid on a drink. On the other hand, I go to that Taco Bell a lot. And I like their food just fine without any special sauce. So I go the diplomatic route. I look at him, kind of smile, and I'm like, depends how good the tacos are. Drive away. Anyways, that's the story of why I bought my own quesadilla maker. Another thing I've tried is online dating. Online dating is great because you never have to worry about finding a guy that you don't want to date. They will all take the initiative and message you first. I got a message from a guy a while back that just said, sexy lips pretty. No verb, no articles, nothing, just sexy lips pretty. And I'm not sure what he wanted me to say to that because, I mean, does he think I'm gonna be like, hey handsome, you wanna come over later? There's two things that get me hot and bothered. It's an appreciation of facial features and borderline illiteracy. Eventually, I did give up on online dating, but I still like looking at hotties on the internet, so I didn't shut my profile down. What I did was change the answers so that, in theory, people would know that I was not interested in making contact. Guys, that's the setup, that's not the joke. You're gonna run out of laughs. What are you doing? Come on. What's the first thing people notice about you? Limbs. What do you spend a lot of time thinking about? Limbs. What are 6 things you can't do without? Limbs. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but the last 2 are my tits. But still, I get guys messaging me. I got one last week. Hey, beautiful. You seem cool, and I would like to get to know you, if possible. I replied, I'm sorry, but I am ancient and unknowable. He comes back, aw girl, that's cool. I'm into older women. Well played, sir. My friends ask me sometimes what I'm into in a man, and it's actually pretty simple. I like them tall, muscular, bearded, they wear a lot of flannel. Basically, any guy whose weird sexual fantasy is for me to dress up like a blue ox. It's not something I'm really into, but I have been trying forever to find another use for this one bridesmaid's dress. All right, thanks guys, have a good night.